wā. Tēnā koutou ngā iwi rangatira o te awa o Waikato. Tēnā koutou I ngā āhuatanga o te wā. Nō reira e te ariki, tā tumu, te hiuhiu. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. E te minita, tino rawe, tō kaitiakitanga o ne take, pire o tiriti o Waitangi. Nō reira, kia ora, mō tēnā. As the Member of Parliament for Taupo, I am thrilled to stand here in the presence of representatives of Tuwharetoa, Raukawa and Te Arawa iwi here today. The settlement of the Upper Waikato is significant for the communities that I am proud to represent. The National Government is delivering on our promise to complete final, durable settlement of all remaining historical Treaty of Waitangi grievances by 2014. Mr Speaker, settlements recognise the wrongs of the past, help iwi unlock economic potential and provide a welcome economic boost, particularly in regional and provincial areas. This is vital in an electorate like Taupo. It is the Waikato River that connects my constituents, Mr Speaker, from Taupo through Tokoroa, Putaruru, Karapiro and Cambridge, and that's why I'm thrilled to speak on this bill. The purpose of the settlement is Ngati Tuwharetoa, Raukawa and Te Arawa River iwi participation in both the restoration and the protection of the Waikato River, and these iwi identify with the Upper Waikato River. As has been said before, Mr Speaker, this bill is a companion to the Waikato Tainui Raupatu Claims Settlement Bill that was introduced to Parliament in April this year. The negotiations with these iwi have been separate to negotiations with Waikato Tainui, and hence the need for separate legislation. It is also important to recognise the mana of these iwi in relation to the Upper Waikato River. So this bill gives effect to co-governance and co-management agreements with each iwi. It also importantly sets up the Waikato River Authority and the funding that is so vital for the Waikato River Clean-up Fund. $210 million, Mr Speaker, for the Waikato River Clean-up Fund, which will be distributed over a period of 30 years. This fund is contestable for iwi, local authorities and the community, and will be administered by the 50-50 Crown iwi membership, the Waikato River Authority. I want to speak about a few things in particular, Mr Speaker, regarding this bill and regarding the river. It is a significant resource. At 425 kilometres long, the Waikato River is not only the region's but the country's longest and most significant river. As Minister Chris Finlayson has said, the river is important to our region's economic, social and cultural well-being. There are more than 470 resource consents accounting for nearly 250.6 million cubic metres of surface water per day. Just to give you an idea, Mr Speaker, that is the equivalent of filling around 100,000 Olympic-sized swimming pools. It's used for domestic, industrial and community water supply and irrigation. It's used for recreation, swimming, duck shooting, boating, fishing, or simply those enjoying being beside the water's edge. The Waikato River also supplies around 13% of New Zealand's electricity generation, with 8 hydro dams dotted along the middle section. The Waikato River contributes, though, nearly 50% of all of our total electricity generation if you include the geothermal fields and also the cooling of Huntly in the mix. As we've heard, though, Mr Speaker, today the Waikato River is degraded and polluted. Approximately 90% of the wetlands are gone. We've already started work with the Lake Taupo Protection Trust to improve the health of Lake Taupo, but we now must face our attention to the clean-up of the Waikato River. We recognise the deep significance of the Waikato River to Ngati Tuwharetoa, to Raukawa and to the Te Arawa River iwi. We also recognise the strategic importance of the Waikato River to the social, cultural, environmental and economic well-being of all New Zealanders. I rode on the Waikato River as a schoolgirl. I now live by the Waikato River. I'm proud to say my children play in the river and our family camps on the edge during the summertime. The Waikato River is significant to many, both those who live in and visit the region. Last year, the Prime Minister chose to launch the very first cycleway on the edge of the Waikato River, and I think this is significant in terms of the message of how important the Waikato River is to tourism. When the Waikato River Trail is complete, there will be a magnificent walk and ride along 100 kilometres of our river. Later this year, the World Rowing Champs will be held on the river, the biggest sporting event since the 1990 Commonwealth Games. So I know the iwi present will join me in hoping that the Waikato River brings our team extra special luck and brings them some gold. This bill produces the framework for a new era in the relationship between the Crown and Ngati Tuwharetoa, Raukawa and Te Arawa River iwi, and for restoring and protecting the health and well-being of the Waikato River for future generations. We have seen real success in Taupō with the Taupō District Council's relationship with Tuwharetoa, winning the prestigious IPANS Awards for Crown Māori relationships at the recent Public Sector Excellence Awards. That was a night to remember. This government, Mr Speaker, is giving clear direction and certainty about the co-governance and co-management of the Waikato River. We are providing more than words to the concept of partnership that is inherent in the Treaty of Waitangi. This is one of 7 deeds of settlement that we have signed since November 2008, which is compared to an average per year of 1.6 deeds under the previous government. This is a result that I'm proud of. This is a bill that I am proud of. Kia ora, ka mutu.